Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm attempting this now a second time. Filmed it and was happy with it and then went to edit it and there was no audio, basically. Long story short, that was it. So I have played around with this makeup. Now this makeup was sent to me kindly by WUNDER2 Cosmetics. Everything that they sent me I will link below so you know what shade I'm using and everything like that. But I did do an IGTV video on all the products that they sent me, which was like so nice, and like for me it's like still, it's so surreal like when brands like reach out to you and they send you products to try, because like I said in my video, like this is not my full-time kind of job, and this is something I'm passionate about and I enjoy, and I try and fit it in where I can. And if one day it turns into something more than that, then great. If it doesn't, I'm still going to keep doing it because I just enjoy it. Anyway, enough blabbing. So the first thing that I use, now I did use this yesterday, but I was going to do like a full day's wear test. So today I'm going to put it on. I've got my studio kind of lights on, so you guys can see. I'm going to put it on and then I will check in with you guys much later and see how this makeup fares. Now WUNDER2 Cosmetics, I only came across them, or I had only heard of them when it came down to this product. This is it going to focus? I don't know if it's going to focus. There you go. This is their WUNDER2 One Step Brow Gel, and it's like, I remember Tati, is it Tati? Tati, talking about this product and where she tested it, and it's essentially like a semi-permanent brow product, and it lasts for like 3-4 days, I think. So they sent me the shade Black Brown. I'm not going to try it in this video. I thought it would be more fun to try it in a completely separate video. To start with foundation, they sent me the Last and foundation in the shade Honey, and that is what it looks like. Packaging is very cute. To tell you a bit about the foundation, it is meant to be waterproof, transfer proof, lasting up to 24 hours, comfortable, lightweight formula, and flexible on skin, deeply nourishing complexion. So I feel like a lot of their products that they've sent me, or from what I can gather, a lot of their products, there's a lot of technology or a lot of extra that goes into their products that makes it longer lasting, or kind of like semi-permanent makeup, but obviously not. A lot of their makeup seems to be long lasting or has like 24-hour claims. I'm not going to test it for that long, but I will give it as long as I can today, just to show you guys. I have, just for reference, I have dry skin. Now when I first applied this the other day, I was really surprised with the colour. The colour is like pretty perfect compared to so many of my high-end foundations. Really perfect colour. It looked a bit beige when I first applied it. I'm just going to apply this side on with my finger just so you guys can see the difference perhaps with applying a brush and using my fingers. But it feels really creamy, quite a heavy duty foundation, but on the skin it looks completely like just light. It's not sitting heavy. You guys see, this camera leaves nothing to the imagination, so you should be able to see every hair and pore. I'm just gonna do a nice thin layer of this foundation. If you've come across my video and you've never watched me before, I am currently 31 weeks pregnant, so if I'm out of breath or I look a little puffy, that is why. Concealer that they sent me is the Last, kind of matching concealer, the Last and foundation concealer. This they sent me in the shade 30. Now I did use this yesterday, so I already know that you have to work pretty quickly with this concealer. It is again a long-lasting kind of formula, so with that it's going to dry down really quickly. So I'm just going to pop that on, and I'm doing my base this time first because I'm not using any kind of crumbly, any powdery products or eyeshadows. It has like a tacky feeling when you apply it, but in terms of the shade, it is a little bit more beige. Not beige, it has like a little hint of pink, a little hint of salmon, which actually is good for counteracting darkness, especially on someone of my skin tone. Yesterday I actually tried to apply it with one of my Real Technique brushes. This is the medium shadow brush, and it didn't apply very well at all. It's very, very streaky. So not every concealer works well with a brush. Some are just better kind of packed on or pressed into the skin, I find. I'm gonna set that as well. They sent me Perfect Selfie HD Photo Finishing Powder Compact. I love finishing powders in a compact. A big like concealer setter. Is that a word or a phrase? But they sent me this, so I think it's only fair to try it. I'm going to quickly just run some brown shadow through my brows because it helped me kind of figure out like with my eyeshadows. Okay, so now eyeshadow. They sent me 2 of their cream eyeshadow sticks. Pinky Rose Gold shade. I'm just going to pick it up. There it is. And again, these are meant to be super stay. Everything is super stay, long lasting. And I remember when I swatched these a few days ago for my Instagram, they did not budge for 2 days, and yet I had a bath and a shower on both of those days. This shade here is more of kind of like a metallic grey with a little bit of violet running through it. And it's the shade Angelic is the rose gold, and Meteorite is the other shade. Let's just do something bright and colourful. So I'm going to take the silvery kind of grey shade, Meteorite, can't say that properly, and I'm going to run that all over my lid. Like so. Just using a Real Techniques brush just to smooth that out, because sometimes with cream eyeshadows, although this isn't too bad, sometimes they kind of collect. Now they also sent me 3 eyeliners actually, a silver one, a blue one, and a brown one. Now the brown one is what I used yesterday because I was playing it safe, but I'm going to use the blue today because I kind of regretted it straight away because I was like, oh, I wish I'd picked the blue because it just looks more fun. I'm going to take this blue eyeliner and I'm going to just line over my liner. I actually bought a blue Marc Jacobs liner. Do that, and I'm going to try and blend it out, but I don't know how this is going to blend because it's got a very oh, it does a little bit. And I put it in my waterline as well. And then I'm going to take the brown eyeliner that they sent me. I'm going to take the brown eyeliner and just run that along the bottom. Blend. They sent me the Wonder Extension Lash Extension Curl and Curl Mascara. Spoiler, it's amazing. I used it yesterday, so I'm not going to pretend that I don't know how good it is. It is a really, really good mascara. Let me show you, hopefully I can show you better. But I found that it was lengthening more than curling, but it also like seemed to give me more lashes. See the comparison? If I turn to this side. I don't know if they do blusher, but they sent me a bronzer, and again, spoiler, it's amazing. This is again the Perfect Selfie HD Finishing Powder Bronzing Veil, and I love this because I think I also love it because they sent me a kabuki, and I've never applied bronzer with a kabuki. Get nice and close, and I just kind of went over jawline, I guess the areas that people normally do contour, but I used a much bigger brush. The way this bronzer is sitting on my skin is so soft. It could be the combination of the bronzer or the way I'm applying it. I might try applying some of my other bronzers and blushes with a kabuki, but I just honestly loved how soft it looked. This is a lipstick by Faces actually. Got this from India, so I'm just gonna, oh, it's the shade if anyone wants to know, Lust On. I'm just gonna dab that on, and so this is the finished makeup look. And I have to say, used to my dewy, radiant, creamy products, and this is very much, because it's long lasting, it's very much the opposite, but it isn't sitting in like any sort of bad way on my skin. You'll see in a few hours when I check in how it's looking. I nearly forgot to film before I was about to take my makeup off. I had my Liz Earl cleanser in my hand and I was rubbing it together and I just froze. Something in me was like, hang on, lady, you're meant to be doing something. I have had it on for just over 7 hours. So I actually ended up taking an hour-long nap. So if this side, because this is the side that I sleep on, if this side looks a little bit disheveled, that's probably why. But let me take a closer look at my makeup. I think my skin looks pretty good. Now bear in mind, I'm not oily skinned. I don't have kind of oily skin or combination skin. My skin is dry, so it may hold product longer in that sense, but the foundation itself has it has broken up a little bit around here. Quite high coverage or kind of full coverage foundations tend to do. Bronzer is still like going strong. Normally my bronzers tend to wear off because I get lots of kisses and cuddles through the day. I rest on my face a lot. Like the products that I'm most impressed with and that I will be using again, definitely the foundation. Other two products out of what they've sent me, the bronzer, I just think I've been needing a new matte bronzer in my life for quite some time, and I just can't fault this. Like, to take a nap and to have it on, and you know, like, I'm a serial face toucher and I have a toddler who grabs my face as well, and I also just like the colour as well and how it's sitting on my skin. So yeah, the bronzer gets a thumbs up from me, and the mascara as well. If I come in really close, my eyeshadow, considering I've had a nap, considering I had a soak in the bath, yes, with my makeup on because I just couldn't take it off because I was doing this video, but considering like the mascara is super lengthening. This trumps my Marc Jacobs mascara that I bought probably about 2 months ago, and I'm just getting through it, but it's just like I expected. This is what I expected that mascara to do. Blue is still, like, you can still tell it's great on blue, and yeah, like, I don't think I would need to touch up my eye makeup. For example, if I had this on for 6-7 hours in a day and I was going out in the evening, I feel like lips, maybe a little bit of blush. The concealer, I prefer more of a brightening concealer. I prefer more of a kind of dewy, hydrating concealer, which, no, it doesn't last all day. It fades much quicker than this has. This has kind of stayed quite well, but that's just my preference. Yeah, I'm going to go. I hope you enjoyed this video, bit of a brand overview. I might do another one for some other brands like Beauty Pie and just stuff like that, kind of doing pretty much like a full face and stuff. So let me know if there's any brands that you want me to kind of zoom in on, is the word. But anyway guys, I'm gonna go because I'm super tired, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.